You know, sometimes it all starts quietly. You're 7 years old, staring at a parent who's right there, but not really there. Maybe it's addiction, maybe it's anger, or maybe they're just too broken to show up. And in that moment, something clicks inside you. Without words, your little mind understands. If I don't hold everything together, no one will. That's how a child disappears. Not physically, but emotionally. You smile more, cry less. You learn to read the room before you speak. You become the emotional thermostat of your household, and the world praises it. So mature, so responsible, so strong. But no one asks, at what cost? Psychologists call this parentification. When a child becomes the caretaker, the peacekeeper, the therapist, the protector, and it's not just unhealthy, it rewires the brain. Because when you're forced to manage emotions, yours and everyone else's, you develop something called hypervigilance. You're always on edge, walking on eggshells. You learn love is transactional. You give peace, maybe you get safety in return. Your needs feel dangerous, theirs feel urgent, so you disappear. And in your place grows a version of yourself that performs perfectly. The good kid, the quiet achiever, the friend who's always there to listen. And you play that role so convincingly that sometimes you forget there's a scared child underneath. But deep down, something hurts, something aches, and that inner child silently screams, "Why didn't anyone protect me?" As you grow, it gets more complicated. You might become hyper-independent, pushing help away, afraid to feel safe in love. Happiness might feel foreign, even dangerous. Rest might feel impossible, because the only way you ever felt worthy was through productivity. And worst of all, you might not even realize you're still in survival mode, because chaos became normal. Your nervous system accepts it as baseline. Calm feels wrong. Peace feels suspicious. Love feels like debt. But why would a child take on this role? Because children will do anything for attachment, even sacrifice themselves. It's never conscious, it's biological. In the absence of safety, the child sacrifices authenticity for belonging, not weakness, instinct. The tragedy is, what saved you then traps you now. Many of us walk around as high-functioning adults, with deeply neglected inner children pulling the strings. We overachieve to earn love, stay silent to avoid abandonment, take care of everyone, but secretly wish someone would ask, "Are you okay?" The first step to healing isn't fixing, it's witnessing, seeing what happened, validating it. Because until you do, you keep gaslighting yourself. It wasn't that bad, others had it worse. I turned out fine. But fine is a mask, and you know it. So what happens when that child grows up? They become adults who never feel safe, even in calm rooms. Lovers who can't trust softness. Givers who can't receive. People who apologize for crying, flinch at compliments, and confuse exhaustion with success. Here's the truth. No one is coming to rescue the child you buried. You are the one. You are the one who has to go back, hold their hand, and say what no one else did. It wasn't your fault. You were just a child. You get to rest now. This is the start of shadow work. Not avoiding pain, not performing, not faking positivity, but facing the abandoned parts of yourself. Feeling the grief you never had time to feel. The anger, the sadness, the birthdays nobody showed up for, the innocence lost, while protecting the ones who should have protected you. And that grief, it's not weakness, it's proof you're healing. Because what was frozen is finally thawing. As an adult, this survival pattern still shows up. You might be the therapist in your friendships, but never truly seen. You might be praised for independence, while secretly terrified of being a burden. You might overfunction in relationships, fix everything, over-explain, and wonder why resentment builds inside. Boundaries feel like betrayal. These aren't personality traits, they're coping strategies. And the good news? They can be unlearned, but only when you stop idolizing your strength and start honoring your wounds. Ask your inner child, what did I need back then that I never got? You might hear, I needed someone to tell me it wasn't my fault. I needed someone to ask how I was doing. I needed to play, to rest, to laugh without fear. And slowly, very slowly, you give those things to yourself. Not to fix the past, but to stop reliving it. Carl Jung said, there is no coming to consciousness without pain. Shadow work demands that we face it, all of it. The neglected, the ashamed, the scared, the angry. Because healing isn't becoming someone new. It's remembering who you were before the world told you who to be. If you grew up too fast, know this. Your maturity wasn't the problem. The problem was having no choice. But now you do. You can choose softness. You can choose rest. You can choose to stop managing everyone else's emotions and start honoring your own. And no, it won't happen overnight. Some days, you'll feel like a child again. Good. That's the point. Let that child come home. Let them cry. Let them play. Let them finally be seen. You're not broken. You're becoming whole. You never had a childhood, but you still have a future. And this time, you get to write it.